What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on with today's matchup, I want to give a big shout out to Into the AM for sponsoring this video. Into the AM is a men's apparel company that focuses on activewear, graphic tees and tanks, and other accessories such as this dope snapback cap that I'm wearing here. And the thing that I like about this clothing, aside from it being very comfortable and fitting just right every time, is that it's unique. I mean, when I wear this clothing, I know I'm gonna be wearing something that not everybody else has, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I get compliments on this clothing all the time. Now, Into the AM's artists design this clothing with self-expression in mind, much like we focus on self-expression in our hobby of Warhammer. Into the AM has been nice enough to hook us up with a promo code for 10% off. I'm going to pin that in the comments and link it in the description box below so you can go ahead and check that out. Into the AM also has great bundle deals. You can get yourself 3 or 6 t-shirts or tank tops at a discounted rate. Now, if you go on the website and they're having any kind of sale, that's gonna stack with the 10% off for extra savings, which is fantastic. The most important thing about supporting businesses that sponsor this channel is that it helps this channel grow so we can continue making quality content for you. So go ahead, hit the link down below, check out Into the AM, get yourself some dope graphic tees and tank tops, and help support Battleshock Wargaming Studio. Once again, thank you to Into the AM for sponsoring this video.
What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio, and we're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
Today we have a very exciting matchup. Both of our armies are only about half dressed today, which is kind of interesting. We've got the Ogre Mawtribes versus the Fyreslayers, so it is going to be the battle of the...
It's going to be a WWE Super Slam, just cage match. Just if you like gladiator movies, this is the one for you.
Absolutely.
So, big shout out, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. Like and comment down below, cost you nothing. Consider subscribing as well so you get all of this good content. Big shout out to all of our members. You guys make our channel work and we appreciate you guys so much. If you are interested in our membership service, consider joining down below. There's going to be a join button down there. You can check out all of our perks that our members get, including, most importantly, extra battle reports.
Absolutely, and big shout out to our affiliates, Grey Matter Games and Baron of Dice. Grey Matter supplies all of the beautiful mats and objective markers to match that we use on this channel, and Baron of Dice supplies all of the beautiful resin dice that we roll, and we actually have some special ones with our logo that we just got in today that we're gonna be rolling. Super hype about those. There's links with promo codes down below. Go ahead and check those out and support those businesses.
So with all of that being said, I think it's time we finally take a look at the lists we're playing today.
Let's do it. Representing the Ogre Mawtribes, we have the Ogre MEATFIST subfaction. MEATFIST allows me to add 1 to my trampling charge ability with all of my units. I'm going to have an Andorian Acolytes battalion and a Battle Regiment battalion, making this 3 drops. My general is going to be this Butcher right here. He is going to have Gastromancer for his command trait, which means he knows all of the lore of the gut magic, and he is also going to know Horror Frost. He is going to be in an Andorian Acolytes battalion with this Tyrant right here, who's going to have Arcane Tome. Both of the Tyrants are going to have a big name, Brawler Guts, to let them get the extra charge bonus as if they were a monster, which stacks with MEATFIST, which is amazing. We've got Kragnos in the list to allow me to roll 3d6 when I charge. This is gonna stack nicely with my MEATFIST ability, so I'm doing extra mortal wound damage. He does a ton of damage. He hates monsters and obliterates them if he charges them, and he ignores magic. I've got a Suffocating Gravetide for a little bit of move denial, blocking lanes type of shenanigans, and it does mortals. I have 2 units of Lead Belchers. They don't really fit into this list, but I'm playing with what I've got, so here they are. They do some shots, and they have some fair melee attacks as well. I've got 2 units of Gluttons. 1 unit has the Punch Fists, and the other unit has the Paired Weapons. These guys have 4 wounds apiece, 2 damage attacks, 2-inch range, and are pretty fighty. Here are the dice I'm going to be taking today. That beautiful Battleshock logo is going to be a 6. So there you have it, the Ogre Mawtribes MEATFIST. Let's see what Michael brought.
For the dwarves today, we're taking the Greyfyrd Lodge as our subfaction. This gives all of our heroes +1 wound, all of our little foot heroes, and allows me to take extra relics. I'm taking 2 battalions today, the Command Entourage for an extra relic, and Battle Reg to reduce our drops. Our general is, of course, the Rune Father on Magmadroth. His command trait is Blood of the Berserker for once per battle, fight twice, and then his artifact is the Axe of Grimrear, which is +1 damage on the big axe and +1 rend. So this guy is super fighty. We got a bunch of little foot heroes. First up, we have the Flame Keeper. He has a bunch of abilities when people die, and then he has the hand-carved Nullstone icon, which allows for some unbinds. We have the Battlesmith. He has the artifact of power, the Nullcilian icon, so this guy gives out ward saves, he has a 4-up spell ignore, and then he rallies on 4s. We have the Build-A-Bear, the Grimwrath Berserker. He has the artifact power Drought of Magmadroth Ale, so that doubles his attack characteristics once per battle. And then we have the Rune Smiter, and the Smiter knows the prayer Emberstone, which is a run and charge prayer, and he has the Volatile Brazier, which allows invocations to come out at double their range. So very helpful, bunch of little foot heroes just doing all sorts of cool stuff. Our invocation is the Molten Infernoth. Huge movement, and then when it comes into something, I get to roll 12 dice for everything within 3 inches of it and do mortals on 6s, pretty helpful. We have a unit of Volkite Berserkers with the bladed sling shields. They're here just as screens. They're the only thing in the army that really has that 4-up save. Then we have a unit of Volkite Berserkers with Fire Steel hand axes. A little bit more choppy, no rend on these guys, but they get a bunch of attacks and some extra when they charge. Now we're getting into good stuff. We have a unit of Hearthguard Berserkers with broadaxes. These are damage 2 rend 1 axes, and they have that 2-inch range, so everyone gets a swing. And then here's a big damage dealer of the army. We have a double reinforced with the pole axes. These guys are awesome because when they hit on 6s, they do 2 mortals with those axes, so we can really slap out some damage. These are the new and beautiful Battleshock dice that we're going to be rolling today. That Battleshock emblem is a 6. That is the list we're running today. Let's take a look at the mission.
Before we get into today's mission, let's shout out everybody on the Wall of Heroes. These are lords and commanders in our membership service, and they put forth that extra little bit of effort to help us keep this channel growing. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. So today we're going to be playing No Reward Without Risk. This is a 5-objective battle. We are deployed in opposite quarters of the battlefield. This one's interesting because you can choose to deploy in combat. We're not really going to be doing that this game, but the option is there. And the special rule for this one is Feedback Overlord. When a wizard is slain, before removing the model from play, roll a dice. On a 4-up, the wizard explodes as their magical energies are released uncontrollably. Each unit within a number of inches equal to the wounds characteristic of this wizard will suffer D3 mortal wounds. Now, Michael doesn't have any wizards, and I only have 2 wizards with low wound characteristics, so this probably won't come up, but there it is. And then we're going to be holding 1, 2, and more for scoring purposes, battle tactics, and grand strategies. My grand strategy today is going to be spellcasting savant. I need to keep my butcher alive. And Michael, what's your grand strategy?
It's going to be Master of the Forge, so have an invocation on the table at the end of the battle.
Beautiful. That's very easy for you to do because I have no way to banish invocations. So let's see who has initiative. Here we are for the top of battle round 1. I was 3 drops to Michael's 4. I decided to let him take the turn. So go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this battle? Is it going to be MEATFIST? Or is it going to be the Greyfyrd Lodge and all of their little foot heroes, the naked dwarves, if you will? And then we're going to try to get some primal dice.
For sure.
So I'll roll for my battalion first.
Okay.
No. Okay.
And then a 4. No.
And then a 4. No. Ooh. Okay, no primals. And then what are you going to do for your rune this battle round?
So my rune, I'm going to throw one away that I don't need or care about, right? Because I'm just going to scooch forward a little bit and try and make David, I'm just going to make it a little bit harder to David to double turn me on top of 2. So I think we're going to do the rune of Farsight, which is add 1 to hit for our throwing axes.
Beautiful.
And the enhanced effect doesn't matter because we didn't roll it.
Okay, great. And then let's get into heroic actions.
Let's just get a command point with my general. He gets one.
Okay, I'll go for a command point with my general, nothing. And then I'm going to use Andorian Focus to allow my butcher to cast 2.
Very helpful.
Yep.
I need to swear my Grimwrath Oath for my Grimwrath Berserker.
Okay.
And I'm swearing I will not be stopped. So the unit has a 6-up ward and then has a 5-up ward if it's within 3 inches of an enemy, which is helpful because David's trying to do damage with charging. So hopefully we'll keep my Grimwrath alive a little bit longer.
And battle tactic, good sir.
Oh yes, I've specifically set up for a turn 1 battle tactic, which is seized by force. So David's on 2 objectives. He deployed before me. So I set up so I'm only on 1. So I can literally just move forward my mighty 4 inches, and then I have seized by force.
Yeah, very, very smart deployment there. I like it. And then you've got a prayer to do, right?
I do. I'm going to pray to bring out the Molten Infernoth.
Okay.
This is going to be +1 to prayer, and then I'll reroll because of the volatile brazier.
Okay.
Reroll it.
Reroll.
Does not come out.
Okay, and he takes a mortal wound.
Yeah, he does. 6. Cool. And that is the end of our hero phase, so we can just move straight into movement.
We'll be right back.
Fyreslayers have completed their movement phase, and we've barely shimmied forward. So all we've done is moved and snagged onto that objective right there. And then we touched that center one with 2 models. Everything else is just hanging back, and we're kind of forcing David to come at us. So he can pretty much charge on the front unit, and that's everything else is kind of hard to hit right now. We're just gonna hang out by the lodge and drink some mead and wait for David to show up to the party.
We're back for Michael's turn. Michael, you scored 5 points, didn't you?
I nailed it. I mean, this is perfection. We hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and completed our battle tactic, which was seized by force. And by force, we mean like slowly meandering onto the point. We're doing primal dice.
Battalion, yes. Okay, and then for the both of us, yes.
Ooh. And for the both of us, okay, so I only have 1, David has 2.
For my heroic action, I am going to attempt to get a command point with Crag Daddy.
Crag Daddy himself.
Nope. For my battle tactic, I'm going to just try to cast a spell.
For my heroic action, I'm going to heal my idiot who got a brain freeze.
Okay.
Because I don't need more command points.
Okay, Brave 7.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's full health.
Let's go ahead and try to cast a spell. I'm +1 to cast with the Tyrant right here. He's going to try to cast Mystic Shield on the Kragnos. That is a 7, 9. Okay, that's a 13, 14.
Okay.
All right, so Michael's out of range to unbind. I still just blew out my primal dice. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to cast anything else. So we've got Mystic Shield on Kragnos, and there's no other hero phase stuff to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into a quick movement.
Let's do it.
We're back from my movement phase. I have moved to the left flank with the Gluttons. The Butcher and the Tyrant, the 2 casters, have moved onto this terrain, which is an arcane terrain, and I'm staying within 6 of the pot, so I can pop it with the Butcher if need be later on. We've got 2 units of Lead Belchers and a unit of Gluttons screening behind them, and then we've got Kragnos and a Tyrant just hanging out for countercharging purposes, and we're just going to do a little bit of shooting with the Lead Belchers. We'll shoot 1 unit into the fortified Volkites, and then we've got 1 unit that's in range of the other Volkite unit. Okay, so the first unit of Lead Belchers is out of frame, but I'm just pointing at the unit that I'm going to be shooting. It's those Volkites with picks. It's not an optimal target because they're in cover, and they also have a better save than the other Volkites, but it's all that's in range. So I'm going to shoot into them, and this is going to be 4d3 attacks. Did you want to all-out defense these guys?
Not these guys.
Okay.
I'm going to save it.
So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. And this is going to be 4s and 3s. Oh yeah, 3 hits. 2 wounds, -1, so you're on your base save.
Save them both.
Very good. And let's move over to the next target of my awesome shooting. Okay, these Volkite Berserkers have a 5-up save, and we're going to all-out attack the Lead Belchers into this unit since I have so many command points. And would you like to all-out defense?
Yep, this is where we do it.
So we're going to get 4d3 attacks. So that'll be 2, 4, 7, 8. 3s and 3s. Oh, good job, boys. Good job, boys. 2 wounds, -1, so you're on your base.
Kill them both, and then 6s. Save 1.
Dang it, we couldn't even kill a guy. All right, so we wounded 1 Volkite with our amazing and oppressive shooting. That is going to be my turn. No charges, so we'll get on Score Me Up. All right, we're back for my turn. I scored 5 points. I outnumber Michael here because I have 2 models, but they count as 2 apiece. And I still have these 2 objectives, and I completed my battle tactic of cast a spell. So the score is 5-5, and we're going to get into a roll-off. And we don't care who wins this roll-off. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 5, David. So David wins.
I'm going to think about it and we'll be right back. We're back for the top of Battle Round 2. I gave Michael the turn because he's really struggling for battle tactics right now and I can't do a whole lot of damage. Then we're going to get into some primal dice.
Before, yes?
No, so we each get one, and then my battalion, I'll get another.
Cool. So we're going to do the rune of Relentless Zeal for plus 2 inches to the movement, and then let's see for that enhance effect. We do not. So how about we just get a command point with my general? Nope.
I'm going to try to get a command point with Kragnos. No. And then I am going to give Andorian Focus to my Butcher again so he can cast an extra spell.
So my battle tactic is I'm going to take my Volkite units and I'm going to put them, at the end of the turn, both my Volkite units are going to be within 3 inches of an enemy. I just need to roll Ember Storm to make it work.
Okay.
So Ember Storm is going to allow this Volkite Berserker unit to run and charge. Goes off on a 2.
Okay.
For sure.
I don't have any other things that I need to do, so let's get into movement.
Let's do it. Fyreslayers have completed their movement phase. Both units of Volkites have moved up onto the center point. David did redeploy, but kind of pushed towards me a little bit. Why'd you do that, Dave?
I don't want you to get within 3 of the lead belchers, but if you decide to do so, I'm going to be close enough to unleash hell with either unit.
Okay. So we're looking at an easy charge on the bright orange squad there. This dark orange squad has an 8. Little risky there. Fire pole axes are standing on this point. Our heroes moved into the building, and then the general's taking the left flank. And that is it. We're not throwing any axes because we don't want to accidentally make our charges bigger, so we're going to go right into charges.
Let's do it.
All right, Dave. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a charge roll for these guys right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have an 8, and we have a reroll in our pocket.
Yep.
If for some reason they don't make it, then we don't charge with the other unit because we've already failed our battle tactics. So we just stand there like good screens.
Just get 3 points and don't lose any models.
Right,
okay, that
exactly.
seems like the right idea. So let's see if you get your charge off.
Oh, yep. 7.
Okay.
Command point down to 0.
Are they +1 to charge?
Add 1 to charge rolls.
Yes.
We did it.
So you got your 8-inch charge, and you have
Sweet.
1 command point left.
Sweet.
Okay.
Very reasonable charge here with the bladed sling shields. We got a 9. Dave thought he was the only one who does impact hits, but sling shields are coming at you.
Uh-oh.
10 sling shields, mortals on 6s.
Okay.
2 mortal wounds.
Okay, I take 2 mortal wounds.
Double hand axes, and you're gonna all-out defense, correct?
Correct, yep.
Okay.
So I'm down to 1 command point.
So these are 3s and 3s, no rend. So take 5. No rend, you're up to what, 4 up save?
Correct. I fail 3, so 1 glutton goes down and 1's gonna take a wound. All right, Michael, I'm gonna go ahead and fight with my gluttons. They have 4 attacks apiece, 3s, -1, 2. Everything is going into the picks. Okay.
We're gonna stand and just take it on the chin.
Okay, 3s. That was a good call because I just rolled 1,000 1s and 2s.
Yes! Yes, you did.
It was insane. 3s. So make 7 saves at -1.
3, 6, 7, 5s. Okay, so that's 3, 4 guys go down, 5 guys go down.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have 4 attacks. I just want as many bodies on the point, so I'm not piling off. 3s and 4s, here we go. Take 3 at -1.
5s. Okay, I failed them all. Got another glutton. All right, Michael, we've got 9 attacks going into the Volkites with axes. This is 3s and 3s. Make 2 saves, no rend.
5s. Save them both. Just
Ooh.
casual.
Okay. For each of your units, we're going to do a gulping bite. So on a 4-up, you're going to take D3 mortal wounds into the Volkites. No, and then into the Volkites with war picks. No, so
Okay.
you're good. I don't need to do bravery, and you're going to auto pass. Correct?
I auto pass on the war picks.
Okay.
And I completed my very sketchy battle tactic.
Yes.
So let's get on here and score it out.
Let's do it. All right, we are back from Michael's turn. Michael, how many points?
Got the 5, hold 1, 2, and more, and completed my very sketchy battle tactic of have those Volkites in combat at the end of the turn. Primal dice, David already has 2, I have 1. So on a 4-up, I'll get 1 more, I do.
Okay, and then on a 4-up, we get another one. Okay, so I have 4 and he has 3. And then my battalion, yes. So I have 5 and he has 3. Let's do heroic actions. I'm just going to attempt to get a command point. Let's get it with this tyrant right here. Nope.
I need a command point, so let's get it with my Battlesmith.
Okay.
Yes.
For my battle tactic, I'm going to do Savor the Taste. At the end of the turn, all of my Ogre units have to be hungry, which means that I have to either kill myself out of combat or I need to retreat out of combat with those. Let's cast a Mystic Shield from this tyrant onto this tyrant right here.
Sure.
+1, that's a 6. Let's throw a primal at that. I'll keep it at an 11.
Let's try to unbind with my Flamekeeper. 7. 8, 9, unbound.
Voracious Maw is a casting value of 7. This does mortal wounds. That is a 10. Let's call it good at a 14.
Casual 14, you may certainly have it.
Okay, you're going to suffer D3 mortal wounds for 2.
So those guys are within for wards.
Okay.
So 2 mortals. Okay, so 1 guy goes down.
On a 1 to 3, the Maw is satisfied. On a 4+, it keeps chomping away. It's going to keep chomping away.
Okay.
3 mortal wounds.
Ooh. Success. Yeah, another guy goes down.
Let's see if it keeps chomping away. It does not, which is going to be Horror Frost. And we're going to put it on the 6-man Glutton Squad right here. 8, 9, 12. Can't be unbound. And we each get a primal dice.
Cool.
So we're going to do Hoarfrost on them on their main weapon. Let's let them wound on 1s.
Wounding on 1s is good.
Okay, wounding on 1s. That is the end of my hero phase. I have no other casting, so let's go ahead and get into movement. Okay, so we finished my movement phase. I am hugging this terrain because I need to be wholly within Kragnos to get my 3d6 charge. The Butcher and the Tyrant are just still hanging out on the arcane terrain. The Lead Belchers stayed in combat. They're going to stand and shoot. And then the other Lead Belchers just stayed right there so they can stand and shoot. The Tyrant moved his 8. He's going to charge 3d6 and do some damage, hopefully. That is it. That is my entire 24 model army. So let's go ahead and get into some shooting. The Tyrant has a pistol. It's 2 shots, 4s and 3s, -1 D3. This is going to the war picks.
Okay.
Both hit. No wounds. Let's move over to the Lead Belchers. Lead Belchers in the back shooting some point-blank shrapnel into the Volkites with axes. This is going to be 2d3 attacks each because they didn't move. Okay, 15 shots going into the Volkite Berserkers. This is going to be 4s and 3s.
That's a few.
Gotta love hitting on 4s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's so swingy.
Fair amount of wounds. We got 8 wounds at -1.
6s. I saved 1. 2, 4, 6.5.
The next group of Lead Belchers is going to blaze away. This is another 8d3. Fours. And 3s. This time you have 9 saves at -1.
6s. Save 2. And they're single damage, right?
Correct?
Nothing. Oh, 1. So we take 6 more damage.
Okay. Okay, the Tyrant right here is going to charge into the Volkites on 3d6 because of Kragnos. That is going to be a 9. I'll take it. He's going to go in. All right, the Tyrant has finished his charge. Let's do Mortals on 3s. Hey, that's 7 mortal wounds.
2, 4, 6, 7. They're dead. Yeah, 2. Yep, they're dead.
I'm going to charge the Gluttons now on 3d6. They get a 12. They're going to go in. Okay, this is going to be mortals on 4s because of meat fist and unit size. 5 mortal wounds.
6s. Okay, save 2.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fire up the combat phase.
I am going to elect to fight on death with my two Volkite Berserkers.
Okay.
So you're going to take 4 attacks, no matter what happens here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm wounding on 1s. This is going to be 25 attacks. We'll do 3s and 2s. 2s. 15 saves.
They're dead.
Okay. You don't want to roll their wards?
I'm not even rolling all of them. They're still dead.
They died so many times. Yeah.
There's no way I'm picking up all those dice. And
15
then
seconds.
my fight on death's ready. Ready to take. Whoop.
Are you going into the gluttons?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the only thing in range. Take 2. No rend.
5s. Oh, you did 2 damage. That was super fun. Let's get on the hero cam and score me up.
MEATFIST have completed their turn. David, how'd you score?
I scored 5 points. My whole army's hungry. That was kind of sketchy because like I had to lift both of those units.
Yeah, but they were pretty beat up.
Yeah, I did, let's see, 5, 5, 7. I did 17 mortal wounds before combat began.
That's pretty good.
And then I had Hoarfrost on those guys, so that was that was pretty good. I still have my screens intact aside from this tyrant that's out on the side, but I still have other pieces in my list, so that's good. So the score is 10 to 10, and we're gonna get into a roll-off. This is an interesting one. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the turn.
All right, Michael is gonna take the turn, so we will be back for the top of battle round 3, Fyreslayers. Battle round 3. Michael has decided to take the turn. The score is 10 to 10. It's pretty gridlocked so far, but battle round 3 is when all the magic happens. So let's get into it. You're going to take the turn. 3 command points to your 2. Let's roll for our primal dice.
For the magic that I don't use.
Okay. No, and then my battalion. Yes, I'll have 1.
Cool. I have 0. So I'm going to do the Rune of Fury. Yes, the Rune of Fury +1 to hit.
Okay.
For the enhanced effect, no. Let's just get a command point with the Battlesmith.
Okay.
Nope. It's going to be led into the Maelstrom is going to be the battle tactic, so we have to go with a battle line and a hero.
Okay. I'm going to try to get a command point with my tyrant. Yes.
Yes.
And he's going to try to get some gluttons. No.
No rally
so I'm
streak.
not going to roll up that command point. I just wanted to try.
I do need to bring out my Molten Inferno.
Yes.
So here we go. No. Yes, he comes out.
Okay, good. I'm happy for you. Perfect.
So it moves 2d6.
Okay.
So we start on the Tyrant.
Okay.
Takes 3 mortals.
Okay.
And then the Glutens. Take 3. Lead Belchers. Take 1. That's more normal.
Okay.
That's it. I don't think those other Lead Belchers are within 3. Hero phase complete.
Let's move.
The poleaxes have surged forward for the Fyreslayers. We've moved in our Grimwrath Berserker. He's realizing he's going to have a hard time getting into combat this game, so he's just moving to the center. We forgot to say it in Hero, but our Battlesmith has planted his mighty banner. So all of our guys are getting 5-up wards, mostly only going to matter for my heroes. Inside of the little house is the Flame Keeper. He's hanging out. We decided not to feed David the Magma Droth, so he's hanging out behind this building. And then the Broadaxes have moved around to the other side, so we're just going to run straight into some Gluttons. But let's throw some really bad hand axes first. Okay, so we have 10 attacks with the hand axes. These are normally 4s and 4s, but David informed me that I'm -1 to wound. So these are 4s and 5s.
Solid start. Totally hit half.
It's those 5s though.
Hit more than half.
Take 1, no rend.
I take a damage.
Splendid. And we have the Hero Axe that's hanging out next to him. This is 4s and 4s. 4s and 5s. Ready? Nothing.
That one had Ren though.
Yeah, it did. So we have 3 into the Tyrant.
Okay.
These are 5s and 5s, or 5s and 4s. correct?
Yes, they're 5s and 4s.
Yep.
Because you're -1 to hit, but you're not -1 to wound.
Nailed it. Oh, we got one.
I feel like I'm going to take a wound right here.
We got one.
See, I told you, I just felt like it. You know what I mean? Because he did roll a 1 to redeploy, so that's always fun. 15 pole axes.
Nah, we're starting with the important one, which is the battlesmith.
Yes.
Yes, here he
I
goes.
want the battlesmith to get in.
He's in.
Roll the 7. All right, let's charge with pole axes.
Hey up. You're in.
Okay. Broad axes have a 5-inch charge. Look at him go.
Okay, so let's go with our Flamekeeper's ability. Let's pop it right now, and we're going to give +1 damage to the broad axes.
Okay.
Bringing them up to a damage 3 broad axes. Very
Beautiful.
tasty.
Okay.
And then we're going to fire them up right now.
All right, let's do it.
5 into the tyrant.
Okay.
These are 2s and 3s
Okay.
because of our rune. 3s. So 6 at -1.
He's dead.
And then into the gluttons.
Hitting on 2s.
So 3, 6, 7 at -1.
They failed them all. So that's 21 damage. They gone.
They go.
Okay, 5 gluttons into the flame strike pole axes and 1 into the broad axes.
So we will all-out defense on the pole axes.
All right, we're going to do an all-out attack here. So we're going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s because of Hoarfrost. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10 at -1.
5s. Save 3 of those.
Okay, those are 2 damage apiece. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage. And you've got your 4-up ward.
So take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage.
And then we'll put the leader into the broad axes. 2s and 2s. Make 3 saves, -1.
6s. Kill them all.
All right, that's another 6 damage.
1 guy dies.
Pole axe time. Just looking for 6s here, really.
That's pretty much it. 9 guys are in, looking for 6s. Here we go. Hitting on 2s. So 6 mortals and a bucket of 1s. And then we have 3, 6, 7, 8. No, we're in.
4s. I'm sorry, 5s. So I take 5 wounds.
Okay, 4 attacks with the Ancestral Battle Axe. 2s. 3s. Take 3 at -1.
Failed them all.
6 damage.
Okay, so let's do Gulping Bites. We're going to do Gulping Bite into the pole axes. They take 1 mortal wound.
4. Held it.
Okay, we're going to do Gulping Bite into the Battlesmith. Yes. 3 mortal wounds. He's on 5s.
You say 3?
Yep.
Take 1.
Okay, and then Gulping Bite into the broad axes. Yes. They're going to take 1 mortal wound.
They're good.
Okay.
Roll that all-important bravery for me. Because I'm auto-passing on my broad axes.
But if he runs, you fail your battle tactic, right?
This is true.
Okay.
If he runs
well,
up
it's on a 4. I save it on a 4-up.
Cool.
Or on a 1 through 4. So on a 5 through 6, he runs. Okay, you're good.
Okay. Yay!
Yay.
All right,
cool.
Let's get on to hero and scored up.
Let's do it.
Fyreslayers, we completed our turn, and we just barely scratched out 5 points. But
Yep.
we did scratch out 5 points with Lead in the Maelstrom.
Yep.
Pretty good turn. Our Flamekeeper is fully juiced up again, so we can hand out some +1s to damage or some charges if we need to.
Yep.
And we are getting into David's turn, bottom of battle round 3. Let's get some primal dice.
Do we get one? No.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm up to 2, and then my battalion brings me up to 3. So 3 primal dice to 1. Let's try to get a command point, I feel like. No.
What's your battle tactic?
Led into the maelstrom. I'm going to charge with a hero in a battle line.
I'm gonna get a command point with the Magma Daddy.
Okay.
Nope.
So we're casting 2 again because I'm going second. I'm going to cast Mystic Shield right here onto Kragnos. That goes off on a 10, 11. We'll throw a primal at it. 14. Let's stick with 14.
You can have it.
Let's do the Suffocating Gravetide right here on a +1. That's a 7. Let's do a 10.
Cool. Let's run 2, 6, Unbound.
Okay, and then we're going to do Hoarfrost on a 10. This is my last spell, so I'll throw something at it. That is a 16.
Can't be Unbound.
Okay, so we're going to give Hoarfrost to, let's give Hoarfrost to these lead belchers right here.
Give them some rend on their big meaty fists.
Oh, they're gonna wound on 2s. I like wound on 2s. That is everything, so we can go ahead and get into movement.
Let's do it.
All right, done with my movement phase. I shimmied out of my territory with my Butcher, but I'm still within 6 of the pot to pop it, and then I'm within an inch of the arcane terrain. The Tyrant walked around the terrain. He's gonna charge into some poleaxes. The lead belchers here didn't move, so they can blaze away with some extra shots. These guys had to move because I have to make a hole for Krag Daddy to get into combat. And then Kragnos is sitting right here, looking at like an 8 or a 9-inch charge on 3d6. So let's go ahead and shoot. All right, on the bottom right of your screen, you'll see my Tyrant. He has an iron lock pistol. This is 4s and 3s into the poleaxes. Both hit, both wound, -1.
Tell them both.
Okay, that is 4 damage.
4s. Take a damage.
Okay. Okay, the lead belchers at the bottom right of the screen are going to shoot across the battlefield and hit the poleaxes. This is 4d3 attacks. So we've got 1, 2, 5, 7 attacks. 4s. Oh yeah, 1 hit, 3, 1 wound, -1.
Filled it.
Okay.
Filled it.
Okay, the ones that are blazing away are going to also shoot into the poleaxes. This is 8d3 attacks.
Oh, that was a spike.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Or it was exactly the same.
4s and 3s. 3 -1.
6. Fill them all. 4s. Take 2 damage.
Okay. Okay, the lead belchers are going to charge.
Aggressive.
Ooh, that is aggressive. That is 16 inches.
How much damage are you about to do with mortals?
Well, Michael, I'm going to roll 16 dice,
Yeah.
and each 4 up is a mortal wound. That's because of my unit size and because of MEATFIST.
Uh-huh.
So, 8 mortal wounds.
It's exactly math. 4s. So I take 4.
Okay.
Also exactly math.
Michael, let's charge the Tyrant. That's 12.
Goodness.
So he'll go. Okay, this dude is a Brawler Guts, and he's MEATFIST, so this is Mortals on 3s. That is 7 mortal wounds.
Okay, take 3.
Okay, Krag Daddy is going to charge. It's a 5.
Okay.
All right, he's going to re-roll. Fucking
Idiot.
Kragnos, dude. Okay, 8 is barely enough. I have to measure it, actually. Okay, on a 2 up, D6 mortals. 2 mortals.
Take 1.
Okay. Okay, lead belchers. That is a 13. 11.
You have... Like, everybody rolled good except Kragnos.
Yeah. Mortals on 4s because of unit size. Ooh, they did 2 mortal wounds on 11 dice. That's pretty good.
I don't feel bad for you. How about some monstrous actions with Kragnos?
We're gonna roar the broad axes.
For sure.
Roar is good.
Roar is good.
Okay.
I need to use my Flamekeeper ability.
Okay.
And I think we're going to have the broad axes fight on death.
Okay. Okay, let's put Kragnos into the broad axes and let's do an all-out attack. All right, 2s and 2s. All hit. All wound. So that's going to be 24 ward saves. Kragnos doing Kragnos things, right, Michael?
That's right. 24 ups. 24 4-ups. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13.
Okay. Tuskbreaker is 3 attacks, 2s and 2s. Misses with 2 of them, 2. Okay, and then Hooves of Rack and Ruin, we've got 6 of these. This is also 2s and 2s. Everything he hits with wounds on, everything he fights with wounds on 2s. So you've got 4 minus 1 there.
6. Kill them all.
Okay, those are 2 damage apiece.
Take 3 more, so it's 16 damage total.
Okay, 7.5 dudes in there, so that's enough to get the squad.
5 in Kragnos,
Mm-hmm.
and then 3 into the Lead Belchers.
Okay.
Still hitting on 2s. And then 3s. So 2 and minus 1.
So 6s. Okay, they take 4 damage, so 1 dude dies.
And then this is Kragnos. And Kragnos is going to have, because he got Mystic Shield off, so these are going to be,
2 up
he's
saves.
going to get 2s against this. So take 3, 6, 7, 8, 2 up saves.
He fails 2, so he'll take 4 damage. And then he's got a 6 up ward. And he takes it.
So we have to do 2 into the gluten, and then 3 into the Lead Belchers. So let's do the onto the glutton.
Okay.
Take 3. All right.
He can't make a save, so he's dead.
I don't think he had taken any wounds.
Oh yeah, that's on your guy. So he's got 1 wound left. I keep forgetting that's on your guy.
And then your Lead Belchers. They take 3, no rend.
Okay, 5s. We'll save 1.
Single damage.
Okay, so they take 2. All right, now I'm gonna fight with the glutton. He's got 3 attacks because he's got a punch fist. This is 3s and 3s. 1 at minus 1 into the
I failed it.
pole axes, 2 damage.
Okay, you got a guy.
Your turn to Activia.
Battle Smith. Everything into your Lead Belchers haven't gone yet.
They haven't gone yet. No.
Lead Belchers it is.
Okay.
They'll hit.
Okay.
3 wounds, minus 1.
Okay, 6s. Failed them all.
2 damage each.
Okay, so that's 2 Lead Belchers. All right, the Thunder Mace is coming from the Tyrant. This is going to be 3s and 3s. That's 2d3 mortal wounds.
Stop it with these rolls today, man.
3 mortal wounds.
Force. Oh.
Okay, says the guy with 4 up wards. 2, negative 2. So it punches armor, and then you've got 6 damage.
Okay.
Look at you
Look at
go.
me.
Oh, David did 2d3 mortal wounds. De-skewer glaive. 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
1 wound, minus 1.
6.
1 damage. Nice, good talk.
Tyrant
Okay,
didn't do anything?
the Tyrant did nothing.
Good.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Okay, the Lead Belchers are going to also fight into the pole axes. Just gonna keep this gravy train going here. I know there's a hero there, but if I kill him, it just doesn't matter. because you still have your ward, so I need to just keep chipping him.
Yes.
5 attacks, 3s and 2s because I am Hoarfrosted.
Okay.
Okay, make 4 saves.
Save 1.
Minus 6 damage.
Two guys go down.
Okay, that's what we needed. That is the end of my turn, I believe. So let's score me up. All right, we're back for my turn. I did a lot of damage.
Yep.
And I scored 5 points.
Yep. We were talking about it. Like this army could just roll through some stuff because I have a 4-up ward against all of that mortal output, and some armies would just crumble to you.
Well, I rolled 30 dice
Yeah.
on 4s and 3s to mortal right there. And then it was great. It was a good turn. I did do Bellow of Rage. I damaged my own unit, killed the Glutton, damaged the Hearthguard unit, and damaged my Leadbelcher unit. So that was fun. 15 to 15, man. Let's get into the roll-off and see what happens for the rest of this game.
I roll a 6.
Okay, I rolled a 1. I feel like you have to take this turn.
I'm going to take this turn.
Okay, so we'll be back for the top of battle round 4, Fyreslayers. Here we are for the top of battle round 4. Michael has no choice but to go, so he's going to.
I'm going to. And then prime dice. No.
No, and then my battalion, no.
To our rune. We want the Rune of Awakened Steel for +1 rend.
Okay.
Let's see if we get the enhanced effect.
Oh yeah,
Yes!
+2 rend to everything in your army. That's great. I'm gonna, for my heroic action, I'm gonna do Finest Hour right here.
So how about we just get a command point with my general?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, he gets a command point.
Yay, command point.
So it's going to be Runic Empowerment, and it's going to go off on a 2.
Okay,
And it's going to give him +1 to wound.
okay,
Seems pretty good.
that seems pretty awesome. All right, so he takes a mortal.
He takes a mortal.
All right, well, you still are +2 to your rend, so that's good.
It's still good.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move the Molten Infernoth.
Okay,
10 inches. He doesn't really need to go much of anywhere. 12 on Kragnos.
okay,
Kragnos takes a mortal.
okay.
Does Kragnos 3d6 ignore it? Oh, it's not magic. My bad.
Yeah, it's not magic,
And
unfortunately.
then on the Leadbelchers, 2 mortals.
Okay, they just take it.
There's so few models on the board, David. It's wonderful.
Michael, you just triggered my ability again.
Yep.
I'm gonna roar into the air. So my Bellow of Rage is still a 5.
Lead
On the
Belchers?
Lead Belchers, no, thank goodness.
My guy.
Okay,
Yes.
he takes 3
3
mortal
mortals.
wounds.
That's unnecessary. He takes them all.
Okay,
Goodness. And now on the pole axis.
no,
Okay, great. And then your Leadbelchers.
no,
And then your Tyrant.
no.
So just a casual 3 to my Battlesmith. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
it felt good.
It felt good. That's it.
Okay, let's get into movement.
Let's do it. My Grimwrath Berserker is finally ready to make his entrance into the ring. He's running down the ramp. He's getting ready to jump off the turnbuckle and take out these guys right here. These guys have fallen out of combat wisely, so we can try and rally next turn. And then my general is going to go try and eat these 2 Leadbelchers. David did redeploy Kragnos, so I would have to roll a massive charge to be able to get back there and actually tag him, which is who we really want. But I don't think that's going to happen. So that's it. Let's throw a couple of really bad pole axes. So we have 2 hero hand axes from the Flamekeeper and from the Berserker. The Berserker might not have a hand axe, actually. Oh, he does. Cool. Good for
They
him.
all have hand axes.
Okay, so 2 hand axes into the Tyrant.
Okay,
They both failed to hit.
okay. No, 1 hits, because I don't get lookouts there.
Oh, because there's not 3 models there.
Right.
And then to wound, fails to wound. I had to walk all the way around the table for that.
Yep.
Okay, let's start with the hero axe.
Okay,
Yes. Nothing.
okay.
Now I get my 2 flamestorm attacks
Uh-huh.
from my breath. 1 hits. 1 wound, just rend 3.
Boop.
Done. Perfect.
'Kay.
Let's charge.
Okay, Magma Droth.
Huh. A 7.
Okay. Meat Fist.
He's coming in with the chair. Oh, big charge. Just a casual 11. Monstrous actions. We're just gonna roar these, stomp these guys.
Okay.
Hoop. Take 3 mortals. I'm gonna use my Lord of the Lodge ability from my Magma Daddy to give out +1 attack.
Okay.
To everybody. Then we're gonna go look at the Grimwrath.
The Grimwrath has Magmal Ale he's gonna drink.
Oh yeah, he's gonna drink it.
So he's gonna double his attacks, +1 for Lord of the Lodge.
Right. So it's 9, right? We multiply and then add.
Yep.
So 9 attacks.
PEMDAS.
Say that again.
I said PEMDAS. Order of operations.
Oh.
Never mind.
Got it.
Multiplication, addition.
Yep, no.
Okay.
I never learned that, what is it, acronym?
Okay.
Let's put it all into the Tyrant and just make sure he goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that was a good call. It's only 5.
At -4,
Yeah,
it goes through.
that's 10 damage.
He's dead. Okay, now on a 2-up you can fight again, but does the strike last effect apply?
It's at the end of combat.
At the end of combat,
yeah.
okay. Okay, 3s and 3s. Good talk.
Let's start with the 5 attacks from the Latchkey Grand Axe.
Okay.
We're gonna all-out attack.
Okay, 2s and 3s?
2s and 3s, yes,
Yep.
because I failed Emberstorm, or I failed the +1. So 3 hits.
Okay.
And 3s.
8 damage.
Yes.
Dead.
Blood of the Berserker.
Okay.
And fight twice, but has fight last effect applies.
All right, my leader is gonna punch the Battlesmith and the other guy is gonna punch the Berserker.
All-out defense on my poor Battlesmith.
Okay.
Last command point.
So, 3s. Make a save.
Saved it.
Oh, that's so lame. And then 2 into the Berserker. Nothing.
Cool.
My lead belchers are getting very tired.
My Battlesmith into your lead belchers.
Okay.
Take 2 at -1.
Okay. I was trying to, that was an assassination attempt, but it didn't happen. So Michael is going to hit me with his Latchkey Grand Axe. It's the only thing that's in range. I am going to all-out D, so I'm +3 to my save. So I'm at a -1 before Rend.
Here we go. 2s. And 3s. Take 2. 3 ups.
Okay, we're good.
That is what we thought would happen.
Kragnos is going to hit with his Dread Mace. This is 3s and 2s. Oh, you're lucky. You're so lucky, Michael. 2s. All right, those are -3.
I have a 4-up save, so nothing.
8 damage.
2, 4, 6, 8. 6s. So I take 5 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to bleed back on you, but I'm going to hold those.
Okay, let's do the Tusk Breaker, 3s and 2s. Doing great, Kragnos. 2, okay, doing great, Kragnos. Who's of Rack and Ruin? We still have 6 of these. 3s and 2s. Okay, 4 at -1.
So 5s. Here we go. Okay, so I failed 2 of those.
Yeah, it's 4 damage.
6s. Okay, so I've taken 9 damage,
Okay,
and now I'm going to bleed on you.
on 4s.
4s. So take 4 mortal wounds. 5 mortal wounds. Excuse me.
Okay, 6s. Okay, he takes 5. So he has now suffered 10.
Okay. Well, that's much better than if I had like tried to let you charge me.
Yeah.
On a 2-up, my Grimwrath will fight again. It does.
Okay. Can I just pick up this Lead Belcher, please?
Yeah, you can pick him up.
Okay. Lead Belcher dies. A horrible death. Okay, let's do the Bellow of Rage. The Bellow of Rage is now on a 4-up. So I'm going to bellow the Magmadroth first. Magmadroth gets bellowed for 1 mortal wound.
6. Saves it.
Okay, bellow the Battlesmith. Battlesmith takes 3 mortal wounds.
Good lord, he's dead. He's dead.
Okay, bellow the pole
Did
axes.
6 mortal wounds to him this turn.
Do not bellow the pole axes, and bellow the Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear gets bellowed for 1.
Takes 1.
Too bad I didn't bellow those pole axes. Okay,
It is too bad. Let's get on here and score it up.
let's do it. Okay, Michael, we're back from your turn. You scored 5 points.
I did. I hold 1, 2 more. I completed my battle tactic of bait and trap.
We're gonna get into my turn.
Yep.
Let's do primal dice. I don't have any primal dice.
Neither do I.
No.
And no, you don't
And
get...
then, oh, I don't get it because one of my guys from the battalion is dead.
Yeah, I killed the guy with the wizard hat.
I'm going to try to kill something with magic, and I have to do 7 mortal wounds into your magma drop. This is very sketchy. This might be where the game swings a little bit,
Okay.
but I'm still gonna try. I already did Finest Hour. I can't do Heroic Recovery, so let's just try to get another commando. No.
Okay. I am going to Finest Hour on the magma drop.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to come into effect, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to spend my 1 command point
Okay.
to rally.
Okay. On 6s?
Yep.
Okay. I killed the Battlesmith, thank God. So he's not able to rally on 4s, because then he would have had 5 more Berserkers, most likely.
Easy. Easy 5.
Yeah. But,
Or how about I just get easy 5 right there.
and that's 10 down. That's 10 wounds.
Hit the cap.
That's your cap. So he's gonna put 5 back. Let's go Voracious Maw. That's a 9. Go ahead.
Here we go. You got it.
Okay. So the Magmadroth is gonna suffer D3 mortals for 1.
Okay.
Is it still hungry? Yes. It's gonna do another 3 mortals.
He's at 13 suffered.
Is it still hungry? It is. 3 mortals.
Bro.
We got him.
Bro, that was surprising.
Let's just for fun see how many times it keeps eating.
Let's
oh,
not.
It's done.
It's not fun.
It's done.
It's not fun, David.
It did exactly
just
7 mortals.
twisting the knife.
You just got 5 Flame Strike pole axes back, man. He's gonna pop an Arcane Bolt. And it goes off on a 5, and you failed your first unbind, so he gets it. Let's go ahead and get into movement, and we'll show you what I did with my 2 models. All right, we're back for my turn. I've come out of my hidey hole with the Butcher to snag an objective because he's hungry and he's out of combat. And then I've got Kragnos. He didn't move because I don't want to trigger a redeploy. He's just gonna go try to wreck some stuff. So let's get set up for charges. Okay, at the top of the phase, or I'm sorry, at the beginning of the charge phase, I'm going to pop my Arcane Bolt onto the pole axes. So 1 mortal wound. Okay, the wounded one dies. Kragnos is gonna charge. 8. 8's good. Impact hits, 2 on the Hearthguard guy. Grimwrath, the Grimwrath Berserker. He takes 4 mortal wounds.
5s. I'll take 2.
Okay, and then 2 up into the Hearthguard, yes. 3 mortal wounds.
4s. Take 1.
Okay, cool, sounds good. Monstrous action. Monstrous action is just going to be to roar the...
I don't have command points.
Oh, you don't have command points. Let's just try to stomp the pole axes. Yeah, let's see if we can get another one off the board. Yeah, 2 mortals.
Okay. You got 1.
Now you've got a Flamekeeper ability if you'd like it.
Yeah, we're gonna have we're gonna use the Flamekeeper ability, and we're gonna have the pole axes fight on death.
Okay, sounds good. And then I'm just gonna do a pile in. He'll all out attack. So 2s and 2s. Okay. That is 20 damage.
24. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 guys.
Okay, 3.5. Okay, so they're gonna fight when they die, but let's do the rest of his attacks. Tuskbreaker is 2s and 2s. Okay, and 2s. Make 2 saves at -2.
Nothing.
4 more damage.
Take 3 more.
Okay, so that's
1,
5
2,
dead
3,
guys.
4, 5. You got it.
Okay.
Now they're going to fight you.
All 5 of them get to fight, yep.
Here we go. Oh, no mortals, David.
The lucky ducky.
You just breathe easy now. Okay, take only 3 at -1.
-2, right?
Nope, -1.
But
Oh yeah, -2.
Awaken Steel, yeah. So I take 2 damage, and then 6. No. So he takes 2 damage, and then he'll do his Bellow of Rage. This is still on a 4, so a 4 into the Flame Keeper that's hiding, no, and then a 4 into the, yes, into the Grimwrath. 2 mortal wounds in the Grimwrath. Okay, that is the end of my turn. Let's score it up.
David, we have completed your turn. How'd you score?
I scored 5. I held this objective from earlier because Kragnos was standing on it. Now I'm holding this one, and that one, and that one. And then I completed my battle tactic, which was all sketchy as all hell, and I was able to kill the Magmadroth with Voracious Maw.
Okay.
So Michael's like, I don't want to relive it. Just move on.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I was able to lift the pole axes, so that was fun. So the score is 20-20, and we're getting into the roll-off. And there's a Grimwrath and Kragnos staring each other down, which is just hilarious.
It's been Super SummerSlam. All the wrestlers have been fighting. It's last man standing. There's literally 5 models on the table, and they're all heroes. It's exactly what you want in Warhammer.
Yeah. It's only the important things.
Here we go.
Okay. You rolled a 6.
I'm going to take the turn.
Okay, Michael's going to take the turn. We'll be back for battle round 5, Fyreslayers.
All right, everyone, we're here top of battle round 5. Our battle tactic is Intimidate the Invaders, which you're going to feel so intimidated from my 3 mighty heroes as they wade across the battlefield at you. We're going to do Primal Dice, because it might come into effect for you. I don't need these. This is all for you.
Okay, we each get 2. I don't get another one. I keep forgetting that my battalion no longer exists.
I'm going to try and heal my Grimwrath. Yes, he heals 2.
Okay, I'm going to try to heal Craggy. Yes, he heals 1. You have range to give him a +1 to wound.
That's what we're checking. I think it's 18.
Okay, you're definitely in range, so 3 up.
2 up.
2 up. There's no way you can do a 1 again.
Got it. Okay, so the Grimwrath is now wounding on 2s.
Okay.
The Rune of Searing Heat.
Okay.
Huh. Okay, cool. So 6s to wound for the Berserker will also do an extra mortal.
Okay, sounds good.
So we'll just see if we do all the damage.
Oh, Michael.
That is it for heroic actions. That is it for hero phase because we're not moving the big guy.
Yep.
So let's do a very quick movement and then
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. All right, everybody, movement phase is complete. Our 2 heroes have moved out of my deployment zone. We've intimidated the invaders. We're now going to charge a god with a Grimwrath Berserker. This is every Fyreslayer's wet dream.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, you're going to roar me or stomp me? What do you want?
I'm going to roar you because I could easily do 4 damage if I'm alive. So
for sure.
We're just going to do a roar. Yeah. So you're going to be 3s and 2s with your, I don't know how many attacks.
4
6?
attacks.
Oh, okay, 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
All right, all out defense.
Here we go. We're going to activate. Just to make sure we get on that point. Here we go. 3s and 2s. Only 2 hits.
Okay.
2 wounds, Ren 2.
I fail 1.
It's 2 damage.
I save 1.
Only 1 damage.
Okay, he took a damage.
Yeah. In my heart, I feel like I did a 6 right there.
Okay, I take another damage. 3s and 2s. Okay. Okay, that's 12 damage.
Okay.
Got your 5 up board.
Yep, 3. 5s. He's dead.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now you get to fight again.
He's got to do a little bit better.
Yeah, you gotta do better.
All right, here's 3. 1 mortal, 3 wounds.
Okay, 1 mortal, 3 wounds. I fail 2.
There's 2 damage each.
Okay, so I take 5 damage. He's got 5 wounds left.
Oh God.
He's dead.
Oh God.
Okay, so we're both dead. Cool. So you completed your battle tactic and you hold 1, right? 3 points?
I hold 2.
Oh, okay. You're holding that one as well.
Yep.
Okay. So you get 4 points.
I do.
Okay. And then I'll do Intimidate the Invaders and then hold more at the end for 5 points.
How many does he count as?
2.
You won't hold more because I'm standing on it.
Shit.
Yeah. You'll get 4.
Yeah, I'm going to get 4.
And we'll both get our grand strat.
We both get our grand strat, so it's a pure draw.
It's a pure draw.
Pure draw. 24, 27 to 27. That was freaking cool. Let's get on the hero cam and talk about it. We are back for the wrap up. We had to check back on a rule. The butcher is a 5, counts as 5 on objectives. So I was able to get hold 1, 2 more in the final turn, bottom of 5. So that brings the score to 27 to 28 Ogre Mawtribes, and what a hell of a game that was. It was fantastic. You know it's a good game when you get all your battle tactics and your grand strategy, and there's 3 models left on the table.
Yeah.
You had 2 heroes left, and I had my general left.
That's
alive.
Yep.
We just traded so perfectly in that game, got all of our battle tactics. We really had to like reach out and try to get a couple of those battle tactics. So that was really fun. I'm excited to talk about it. But before we get into the full wrap up, thank you so much to all of you for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed this battle report. It was a very fun matchup for the both of us, and that's probably one of the most even keel games we played in a long time. So let's go ahead and unpack, starting with the Fyreslayers.
I love this list. I love playing Fyreslayers. I really do. Like every time I've played this Fyreslayers list, I'm like, these guys are fun. Like, even when I'm losing, they're just so enjoyable.
Yeah.
And it's not even my army. It's David's army that I have just quietly stolen.
Yeah.
And like, look at me. I'm the Fyreslayer player now.
I know, and like you're starting to play them really well. Like you got all your battle tactics. Your board positioning with the Flamekeeper was super good.
Always came up.
Like you were wholly within 12 of your front rank,
Yep.
and he was in cover to where I couldn't even reach him. So he just kept giving out fight on death, +1 damage. You got the enhanced effect with your Rend rune today.
It's never happened.
So the Build-A-Bear goes in with -4 Rend, just lifts 2 units. The Magmadroth went into Kragnos and heavily damaged him. Yeah, Rend 4/4 is great. I mean, his last key Grand Axe has higher Rend than Kragnos' Dread Mace.
Yes.
They're the same damage, but yours is -4 Rend. Yeah, I think that was an even matchup. We were watching each other's monsters the whole game, like waiting for that interaction to happen. And Michael was like a ½ inch in to swing with the Grand Axe. Otherwise, I would have been able to charge him
And just kill him on the charge, possibly.
Yeah, because Kragnos has a crazy thing that he does. I think that Magmadroth is a great, Runefather is a great, just kind of smashy monster.
So MVP for me is got to be the Grimwrath Berserker.
Yeah.
Just because like he didn't get to do anything turn 1 and 2, turn 3, but he finally like did something turn 4, 5, and they were all huge.
And I love how he found his target and actually did the damage, even though he only had 8 attacks total at -2 Rend, and I was on a 1-up save before Rend.
He still got it through.
Squeezed it through.
It was that last mortal that I was like...
Yeah, you did 2 mortals because of that rune that you activated, so you picked just the right rune at the right time. That was amazing. Yeah, well done. I can't believe you got all 5 battle tactics with Fyreslayers, dude.
Super hard. They were super sketchy.
Yeah.
I feel like I should change one of my relics just so that I can take the an arcane tome, so I can try.
Who's LVP? Who did shitty?
It's going to be the Runesmiter who had brain freeze twice.
He did have brain freeze twice.
I mean, he gave me my grand strat eventually. He gave me a +1 to wound when I really needed it, which is all good. Mm-hmm. The other ones who did shitty were, I mean, my screens.
Yeah.
They literally don't do anything.
Your screens are expensive, and I mean, that's a good segue into ogres. I have the smallest army. Like, the lead belchers don't do anything in this list.
I thought they were pretty good.
I mean, at 160 points, they do a little bit of chip damage. They're just big enough unit that they get the extra +1 to the charge damage. But like, I would have loved to just have some Noblars to be like now you have to eat me. And so I could just make sure that I charge everything that I want to charge. But man, I loved having those tyrants doing 3d6 charge mortals on 3s.
And you rolled like 17. 15. It was.
If I didn't need to fill out battle line requirements, I would just take 4 tyrants and not take any lead belchers at all.
Sure.
Because that mortal wound output is amazing when they charge. I had a blast with those. I'm gonna give MVP to the I've got to give MVP to the Butcher, because the Butcher got me a battle tactic with Voracious Maw, and because of Might Makes Right, he won me the game.
Yep. Voracious Maw, if that hadn't gone off, I think as well as it did, I think I would have won the game, because you would have been stuck on the
I had to get 7 mortal wounds, and I rolled 1 mortal wound with the first time.
Yep.
And then I rolled 3 the next 2 times, and you have to roll 4 ups in between for it to keep happening. So I would have failed my battle tactic, and then you would have ended up winning by 1 point, because it was a 1-point game. So absolutely yes. And I'm gonna give LVP to the lead belchers, man. They have a spot in the list, but they just don't do as much damage as I would like them to, because they're not in underguts, so they don't have their extra rend. The composition could change, but I think this list is still medium good, and I had a lot of fun. I mean, anytime you have Kragnos and that amount of charge damage, you're going to be able to just roll through things.
Yeah, there are some armies that just can't hang.
Right, and I didn't take a double turn for the whole game. If I would have gotten a double turn at a couple different points in the game, turns 3 and 4, I could have done a lot of damage. So yeah, it's a really good list. I love bringing Kragnos out. Michael painted him beautifully, and he's beautiful on the table, and he just fits in an ogre army he goes in any destruction army, but he really fits in an ogre army, I think.
Yeah, and it's sad that we're not going to see him as much this edition or this season because of Blizzard. Like, you're just not going to see big god models.
Yeah.
But we knew neither of us are taking big magic armies, so we get to just smash it up.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Really melee-centric, thinking about activations, where our units are placed on the battlefield, and it was great that it went the full 5. Once again, we really hope that you enjoyed this battle. This is a kind of off-meta 2 armies that just had a lot of fun playing into each other. Very exciting game. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. We appreciate all you members, and I think that's it for today.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.